this works. Hello everyone, Kelsey from Reha, Reha. It's great that you should just go wait a couple minutes and listen to whenever you solve it in that tower. It's very awesome. Right, if you're gonna continue, please tell me to wait a couple more minutes stuff. So how you feeling today, Sam?
Hyped.
Hyped?
I'm ready for something.
Alright, so set the scene. So I know you saw the game, but it's very productive.
I saw the first play we did to guys. So I'm expecting a cool platformer with some kind of unique win mechanic that I don't understand because last time I
That's true. We played it when the
played. Well, it wasn't even there the last time I played. The last time I played, this was played on an Xbox 360 controller.
Oh yeah,
So
that's
it was
true. It was
totally
on the
different. You guys have these like sweet high-tech touch controllers. But also very excited to try get these. I've never used these before, so I'm very excited for that.
Okay, glad. And oh, and anyone who's watching right now, can you guys hear the music in the background? If so, can someone say yes or no? I think it's working. It says it is, but I want to make sure you guys can hear it. And then for those that just came in right now, the stream is going to be about puzzles for Two Tower. Because if you listen to it, you the soundtrack for Two Tower. I wonder why. Alright, and Sam will talk about that at the last 10 minutes or 15 minutes of this Twitch stream. So you get to see more about Dictatorship and his game that he's developing. Alright, and since Song's ready, let's get you all hyped into our game. Are you ready?
I'm ready to enter the rift.
Okay, you might
Alright.
see a little blackness, maybe a little white screen. That happens.
I see Anton dancing. Is this normal?
Okay, I see Anton dancing.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
All right, you're gonna expect a little lag for a moment. Just 1 second.
All right.
If it will. And...
Oh, that's interesting. Like,
oops, sorry guys. Give me 1 second. See, camera stuff. Live is very interesting. If it'll work. All right, come on. There it is. There it is. I want that one. Okay, you're gonna see a little lagging just for a moment, Sam. Give me one momento, and I'm just gonna change the little screen for you. Oh, isn't that interesting? Let me put the image back for everyone. I know it's kind of difficulties, and he is seeing a lag screen. Here it is. That's what I want. All right. So we are actually using OBS, and it's right now it's the free one, not the paid version. Okay, there you go. That should work. You're gonna. So when I have to switch stuff, I have to deal with the studio mode later on, not at the moment. So that's why you might see me going through screens every once in a while. Okay, are you ready now?
Give me 1 sec. I need to make sure my phone is set on airplane.
Alright, airplane mode. Even though they're not on an airplane, but you will be flying in the air.
What?
With the winds at times.
Alright, I'm ready for this.
Okay. Oops. You came back, yay! Alright, there you go, now you should be fine.
Okay.
Minor difficulties.
I like the. Oh.
Alright, you're gonna deal with 3 different levels today. So this is the first one. This technically we call it level 0, or you consider it maybe a little tutorial if you like.
Alright. Cool, I did a thing. Press right A to jump. Uh-oh. That was not right A, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I don't know if you can see what I'm seeing?
Yes, I can. Everyone can see it.
Okay, cool. Okay, this must be... Okay, this is right. Alright. Wow, I like this little character.
You like a little character?
Okay, ooh, sharp bamboo.
So...
Probably bad news.
I don't know, let's see what happens.
I will see what happens.
Alright, so, oh, and if anyone's noticing that little stripe thing next to me, that's actually Sam's arm. Don't worry, Sam. Just keep playing. It's okay. I don't want to mess with the camera at the moment, but it's okay. You should still be able to see the game even with the little arm hiding next to me.
Okay.
And for those that are just coming in, my name is Kelsey Coffman. I'm the host and the producer for Tornado Tower. So hello, Tornado fan natives. And today we have Sam Reha.
Hello.
And I just realized he fell in a pit. Okay.
This might be an inopportune pit.
It might be inopportune. There should have been a trap down there, but I guess I'll have to check next time. Anyways, so Sam Reha, while he's stuck in this pit of death, he is a creative director and the producer for a game called Dictatorship. It is a turn-based 2D single-player game on your PC. Is it also going to be for Mac, you're thinking, or just for...
Oh, it runs in a web browser.
Okay.
It's sort of a rhetorically focused, like, political statement game, so we wanted to try and make it available on as many devices as possible, and web seemed like the best way to do that.
Pretty smart. Alright, I need to exit him out. I think there should have been a trap. I feel like something got taken out.
There seems to be, like, a mysterious shadow here, so I'm thinking maybe something didn't load in right. Actually, this shadow might be that rock up there.
It could be the rock. So I'm going to bring an image real fast, everyone, and because I guess you found a little bug we left out. Actually, I don't know if I call it bug. A bad design. How about that? It was a bad design on the designer here.
Listen, this is one of those masochore games. Like, you have to be taking it seriously.
And I got my tea with my initial on it. Okay. I like my tea with honey. Okay, so let me go ahead and take you out real fast. You're going to see a little blackness, okay? And everyone, you're going to see something. You're going to see the screen image come up real fast while I get him out and make sure he doesn't die again. Alright, you okay?
I'm good.
Alright.
Alright.
I'm going to have to... You're going to lag just one moment. And there you go. Nope. Again.
Oop.
Oop, you're okay.
Okay.
And keep going while I fix this for you.
Okay.
Haha. And you left. And there you go.
There we go. Alright. Already learned how to jump. Don't need that sign.
That's the one thing about live streaming. Technical difficulties do happen. Or dying, like Sam.
Oh yeah, I mean we've had full-on like crashes to black screen in our live streams. They go bad.
Yeah.
Hey, the software is in development.
That is true. And for those that have never been to this Twitch stream, this Tornado Tower is a third-person platformer virtual reality game. We use the Oculus and the Oculus Touch for you to play this game, and it's using Unreal Engine at the moment. Yeah, I know there are other VR games that might use Unity. It can be easier, but we decided to challenge ourselves using Unreal because the industry right now is starting to go more with Unreal than Unity, as far as I've seen. Oh look, hey, you didn't die.
Yay.
Okay, and for those that did come to the last Twitch stream, you might have noticed the collectible is no longer black. Actually, it used to be type of water texture, but I know it's playtesters when we bring they come in, they don't want to jump into it because it kind of freaks them out. So I tried changing it, and once again, this is a placeholder. This collectible is not the official and final collectible.
I like that I'm getting all these orb friends. Hold right trigger and draw a wind. Aim. Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, snap.
Okay, so do I maybe want to prevent him from dropping? Is that slowing him down, maybe?
I don't know, let's see.
I mean, it seems like I can just do that. Aha! This is where that wind comes in handy.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Ta-da! Yeah, pretty good.
Eat a hand.
Alright, I'm gonna see. Oh. Oh, not bad,
Okay.
not bad.
This is pretty. Oh, that's what this blue guy is. He's my wind.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to walk.
No,
This
I
is
guess you don't have to
great.
walk, you just have to have the wind on you all the time.
Okay, what is this?
I don't know, why don't you check it out?
I'm in the black void.
Forever?
I've transcended. Oh, here I am.
Ta-da!
Ooh. I like those clouds.
Yeah,
Ooh. Okay.
he's trying something.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
A little too close to that spike.
We're too close to the sun.
Too close. Wasn't it Icarus that was a little too close to the sun?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And for those that don't know, Icarus was, I think, this Greek mythology, though I think they must have it in Rome. Roman and Greek mythology always was pretty close. They always do each
It's
other,
the same
but
stories with different names.
Pretty much, but yeah, so Icarus was the mythology where I think him and his father made, I want to say it was waxed wings so they can fly in the air. And when Icarus got too confident, too cocky, he got too close to the sun and his wings started melting and he fell to his death. So don't fall to your death like Icarus. That'd be kind of funny. Alright, so question to our audience, what would you like to see Sam do?
Some sick parkour?
Yeah.
Yeah! I wonder if I can... Oh. Is there a
What, you're
certain
trying.
amount... Oh, I see. There's only... My wind recharges. That's little orbiting bits. But I bet if I jump... Oh! That's pretty cool.
You like that?
Yeah, this is actually... I'm going to play around with this a little bit because that's really good.
What makes it feel good when you play with the wind?
It's really cool because I've been playing platformers since I was like 6 or smaller than 6 to find a platformer that has a unique traversal mechanic, because that's usually it's like, okay, you're gonna run around and jump and that's about it, and maybe, oh, this game's gonna have like a wall grab where you can jump and then jump off a wall, but this is, I'm just gonna summon wind. That's great. And now I have black dots. I don't know what these are, but I can get them.
Yeah, so these are the old collectible textures, so I didn't want to switch them all out yet, just I'm trying to test out stuff.
They are a bit horrifying.
They're
Like just this shapeless black orb that kind of sits in the environment.
Yeah, it's like the Black Plague or something.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's too bad.
What's happening?
Hey, look at
Oh,
something.
look at that. Shadows telegraphing things that are happening in my garage.
Alright, I wonder what kind of player you are, because there's two different players.
Is this affecting my movement at all? Or is this just
That one has, so that little stone rock is for decoration, there is no collision
I thought maybe that was like a mud pit.
Oh, that's good. Maybe it could have a mud pit in there. Oh, very good, very good. Can you get all the orbs though?
That's the question. I believe in myself. I see an orb down there hiding from... Oh, fall!
I think you died. I think you died.
This is one of those platformers.
Mm-hmm.
Fall damage. See, I need to get over there. I'm actually going to try. Can I just boost myself all the way across?
Do whatever you like.
Oh, I got so close! Okay, I'll just go about it the normie way.
Alright. Whoop.
Oh, shoot. Good. Sorry, maybe I hit B instead.
So I had my mom play this game.
What did she think?
She tried to jump in her chair every time she tried to jump in the character. So every time you jump, she'd be like, woo! Well, she tried to jump, and it was funny when she tried to jump on stairs just with the character.
Ooh.
She'd say, woo, woo, woo.
Just sounds like she was just having fun.
She was, but I think it was funny because I've never seen someone try to jump with a character, especially in a third-person VR game. That made it funnier. But it was great. Okay, I think. Oh.
I do really like having the whole level be kind of around me.
Mhm.
Just look around and see what's up.
Why do you like having that circular form of it?
Again, going back to the platformers of my youth, I've been playing a lot of Yoshi's Island lately.
Huh.
But you're very restricted based on where the camera view is,
Mhm.
and the levels are all built around that, right? It's built assuming you have this very limited view into the world, and this is all built with the opposite in mind, right? It's built assuming that I can just look to my right really far and see extra collectibles.
Mhm.
Got away from me.
Whoa. Yeah, you didn't get smashed. So there's something new today. I know people online probably can't see it, but Sam is sitting in a regular chair. It's not a swivel one like you would have a computer. And one of the reasons we're trying to do that now is because people that might buy whether it's the Oculus, their Vive, or some other VR platformer to play their games on, they don't have swivel chairs all the time. They might actually have couches or just regular chairs, and so that was one of the things that when some people are making VR, they forget that not everyone's gonna have this little chair. So we're trying to see how Sam, for instance, other playtesters in the future will actually play differently if there's not a swerve chair.
Jesus.
I guess he died enough.
Yeah, he blasted me to pieces.
Oh yeah, he got his buddy the other day.
Ah.
You guys buddy in the last level. He's gonna get you now. He's all mad at you.
Why is he mad at me? I never hurt nobody.
You killed his friend.
Ooh. I don't remember killing him. Did I kill somebody? So, I mean, as a player, now I'm like looking back through my repertoire of like, what can I do?
Mm-hmm.
Everything I have is like a traversal mechanic. Right, I can run, I can jump.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, I totally forgot, because I hadn't used that in like 20 minutes. Yeah. Oh, boy, that's a lot of jibs.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Hey, look, there's a tornado down there.
No, there's something.
That was cool. I liked all those jibs. Give me more
Alright.
jibs. Or gibs.
Gibbs?
I don't know how
Gibbs?
people pronounce that word.
Isn't Gibbs like from CSI? Is that his name? Gibbs?
I think you're right, yeah. Agent Gibbs.
Agent Gibbs.
Is that CSI Miami? With the...
No, I thought the regular one. I think they're based in Las Vegas.
Hey.
Try and remember that. Okay, where are you gonna go next, Sam?
I think I'm gonna go down here.
Okay. Oh, yay!
Uh-oh, now they're getting sneaky on me.
Ooh, cool, that was a close one.
So these spike pits,
Yes.
is this the same thing as the bamboo?
Yes.
Okay.
So.
Whoa, I got 10 out of 8?
Mm-hmm.
How does such a thing even happen?
I don't know, maybe there's something secret with it later on. In future episodes.
In future episodes of Tornado
Future
Tower.
episodes of Tornado Tower, yes. Right. Okay, I know what kind of player you are.
What's that?
You're a jumper.
I do like the jumping.
You're a jumper. I thought you were going to be a strategizer, but you're a jumper.
I like to think of myself as a strategic jumper.
Mm-hmm. And for those that have probably never seen...
Ah,
oh, there you go.
that was an honorable attempt.
It was very honorable. Very honorable. Okay, so for those that probably haven't seen the past streams, is that when we've been testing this game out, there are two different type of players. There's the jumpers, like Sam. They normally will jump, then make a wind tunnel first. And then you have the strategizers who stand still on the platforms, and then they make the wind, and then they jump. And it's very interesting because when you're designing a level, you want to make sure that both different types of players enjoy it and is fair for both of them.
Oh.
Well, you just went the other way. You wouldn't go down. So in this level, when I was designing this level, I had to really think about how to make sure both players were balanced out and still fair play for all. Because I'm a jumper, and I want to make sure, like, I want to make sure all the jumpers are happy. I want to make sure, like, wait, they're strategizers, like my sister, for instance. And my sister was a beast when she played this game. She beat the whole thing, I think, in 30 minutes or so. No, 36. And she's a strategizer. And then she told me something really funny. And if anyone knows my siblings, is well, before I get into that, just want to make sure. For those that are just coming in right now, my name is Kelsey Coffman. I'm the host of Dictatorship and the producer of Dictatorship, and with us today is Sam Reha.
Hello.
He's from Dictatorship, and he's a creative director and the producer for that game, and we're going to talk about his game in the last 10 minutes of our stream. Anyways, I was talking about two different players, strategizers and jumpers. And so my sister's a strategizer, and I'm a jumper, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope my sister doesn't get mad at me saying this, but my sister, she'll actually pack more stuff when she's traveling than me. And everyone has someone they know who packs so many bags because they think of the what could scenarios could happen, right? And so my sister will pack for any scenario. And when she came to visit with my mom, they had to me it felt like 50 bags, but I think realistically they had 20 bags of stuff they brought with to visit me. And I asked them, "Are you guys gonna stay for a week?" They're like, "No, we're staying for a day." And I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah." Well, they stayed for 2 days, but I thought they were staying for a week. If you saw the luggage, I took a picture of it, but I'm not gonna show. My sister will not like that. But when I pack the necessities, right? I don't like packing bags. If I can fit it all in one bag or suitcase, I will do it in one bag and one suitcase. So anyway, so I bring this up because my sister said she thinks she's a strategizer because if you look at our packing style, my sister will think of every scenario and I don't. I just go for it, and she will think first before going for it. And I guess that's how she thinks why she's a strategizer, because she thinks of different scenarios. That's how she has to play the game. She has to calculate where she's going to go when she plays. And I thought that was really cool. It's funny.
Get this one.
I mean, she brought a lot of bags, Sam. My mom laughed at me when I started. It was a lot of bags.
So we're talking about 10 bags, 15 bags.
It could have been 100 for all I know.
Just trucks and trucks full.
Yeah, I thought they brought up all their stuff. I'm like, "Oh, is this it?" "No, there's still more. There's more in the car." I'm like, "This isn't it." I have 10 bags already upstairs. But anyways, so how are you doing so far? So since I want to ask, it has been 21 minutes since you've been playing. Do you feel any motion sickness?
I think I do.
Okay.
A little bit.
Do you feel it in your stomach or do you feel it in your head?
It's in my head, definitely.
Okay. And if anyone's wondering why I asked that question, I ask the motion sickness question a lot because this is virtual reality. Even though there's a lot of things you do with VRs now, people are getting more into it. They're trying to find more games for it. There's still the potential of motion sickness. And I think that has to deal more with your ears and eyes, correct? Right, Sam?
It's the disconnect between the two,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. And even though I know you're not making it, I think you made a couple small VR games though, right?
I made a little one with Reha earlier in the year.
Yeah, and Reha's my technical director, if you don't know. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Ooh, watch out.
No! Man, I balled too hard.
Yeah, you did. But you went for it.
Yeah.
You went for it, jumper.
That's what matters.
Okay, and so anyway, so I ask this question all the time because I want to make sure that if our camera is correct, and if our camera isn't correct, then people are gonna get sick. Oh, very good. You solved the first puzzle. I don't think anyone saw this in our last. Actually, you did see the windmill in the last Twitch stream, but I changed it up, made it a little more simpler. But there is another puzzle in here, and there is one thing that no one has seen yet that's actually in this level. No one online has seen this yet. So you guys are in for a treat. Oh, there you go.
That's what I call recovery. Alright, let's take a peek around. Alright, there's an orb up there. I want to go get it.
Woo! Whoop. So how,
No.
Can you try, have you tried, using your win with the boomerang?
I have not. Look at that! That's like the neatest thing ever. Wait, come back, boomerang.
Maybe it is back.
It is.
Woo.
Oh, shit. Excuse me, this is a family live stream.
I won't say if you don't say anything.
Okay.
It's Twitch, we're okay.
Wow, okay, I totally blew myself into that.
Wow, those boomerangs, man. They're a lot easier when they're red spikes, huh? But at least with the boomerang, if you notice, they do dissolve. Because if you look at the old placeholder, which is the red spike in the last level, there's no signal it's going to disappear or come up. And with the bamboo, they actually give a little signal. They kind of like start rematerializing or they dissolve before they're complete or they deconstruct themselves. Oh look, there's a little friend you killed. It's a little piece right there.
A little piece of that friend.
Little piece right there of your friend.
We were good friends.
The best of friends, yeah. So how do you feel looking around?
I feel like there's a bit of neck crane going around to get to some of the stuff that's like right behind me, but I like that I can look around to see what's in the level.
All right. Do you feel like that gives you an advantage when you look around, or no?
I feel like it's something to be taken advantage of, if that's what you mean. Like it's a strategy. Because I'm a strategizer.
No, you're not. You're a jumper. Well, I mean, you can strategize like this in the air.
Strategize about jumping. Oh, I'm gonna die on this one, aren't I? No.
Nope. Well, let's see what you do. Can you get up there? Almost. Now you're up. Woo! And the second puzzle is at the very top of the tower.
I'm gonna try and get up there, but no promises. All right.
You do try. You do try it. I give you brownie points for that.
I try every day.
I don't have any real brownies. I eat the real brownies. But
I had a brownie yesterday, so I'm set.
okay, good, good. You can use those brownie points.
Oh boy, that wasn't a reference to anything.
Oh.
I forgot what yesterday was. I had a delicious chocolate brownie yesterday that was not at all related to any not school sanctioned unofficial holiday. Oh my god.
Should I give you a Pepsi can maybe, or
Only if there's a riot.
only if there's a riot? Personally, I like Coke more than Pepsi, but I have drank Pepsi. It's not bad. For some reason I find it more sugary than Coke, or maybe that's just me.
I think that's a thing. I remember reading that like Pepsi is sweeter than Coke. Ooh,
Whoa!
I didn't know I could do that.
I didn't know you could do that either.
All right.
You found a bug.
It's a feature.
Oh my goodness.
But I do think it's a thing that Pepsi is a little bit sweeter than Coke.
Yeah, that's how I got. All right, so when you go collect the orbs, what do you notice that happens when you collect them all?
Well, I noticed that they start to form a circle around me.
How do you feel when it goes into a circle?
Pretty good.
Yeah. What do you think that may indicate or could indicate?
Generally, a circle starting like partially complete and then becoming complete indicates that something has been accomplished, something is finished. Perhaps something will be triggered by the completeness of the circle.
Oh, all right. So you have one question, Sam. And Hank the Tank 661.
Hank the Tank.
Hank the Tank. What a rhyme. You know it. All right. This user would like to ask, could you play this game without feeling motion sickness? All right.
Is that a question for me individually or just as a?
So we'll answer both. So you said you were feeling certain motion sickness earlier, correct? But that was with the dizzy. So there's two different motion sickness. If there's one for your stomach where you feel queasy, that's the one is a big no-no. If any playtester or someone plays this game feels that way, that means we have to fix something quickly with the camera. Something happened in camera most of the time. We should try your wind and boomerang strategy.
Should try my wind and boomerang strategy.
Now, the other type of motion sickness, I don't know if you should call it motion sickness, is where you get dizzy. Where sometimes if you move too fast or the camera might move a little bit faster than how you're looking at it or how you move it, your head may get a little dizzy. And you said you've experienced the tiny dizziness, right?
Well, I guess maybe motion sickness wasn't quite the right word, but I did get a bit of a. Oh, I forgot that guy was up there already. I got a bit of a headache for a while.
Did you eat anything before you played?
I did.
Okay. I only
Actually,
asked if you eat any.
I haven't eaten that much today, so that's maybe a good point.
Yeah. Yeah, because I always ask people to eat before. I should have told you to eat. I always tell people to eat something before you play VR, because in my experience, I get sick when I play, but when I eat something, I don't feel that motion sickness anymore. So, all right. So back to his question. Ooh, very nice. The game on our play testers, we had to work on our camera for many weeks in the first 3 months, and there might be still tweaking to still do with this camera still. And we noticed that people would get sick when they weren't in control of the camera. So whenever you see the camera move, that's actually Sam's head moving, and he has control of that. Now, if we took that away from him, he will feel extremely sick. All right, I don't think you finished your circle. Maybe you gotta find some, but where could it be?
So
there's another puzzle you missed.
Because it did say I had like 8 out of 7, but the circle's not complete.
I think we made it 7 just in case.
There's things up there. I want those things.
Okay, anyways, so back to the question. The game, majority right now, can be played without people getting motion sickness. And what I mean by that is that there isn't any stomach ache. However, no matter, for any VR game so far, you're always going to have someone who might be motion sickness. You're always going to have someone maybe tiny dizzy. And there's only so much we can do right now, I feel like, with our camera for third person. Because third person already is a challenge to not make someone sick. That's a lot. So I hope that answers your question, Hank the Tank 661. All right. Oh, thank God for checkpoints, huh?
Thank God.
All right. Do you feel like you would want more checkpoints in here or no?
Absolutely.
Okay. You feel like you want more.
I notice you guys are pretty smart, and you usually put a checkpoint near one of these eye monsters.
Mm-hmm.
But man, those guys get you quick, and they one-shot you, and like this is happening twice in a row. I come in, I'll throw a boomerang, I misjudge the distance. By the time the boomerang gets back to me and before I can throw it, he's already shot me dead. So I don't have any there's no recovery chance of oh, I whiffed it. Also, things like that keep happening to me. But
yeah, you
that's
keep
mostly
falling. That's okay.
It would be nice if there was a little more forgiveness on those, but.
Well, I kind of see. I would really like to make sure, if you pass a checkpoint, even if you activate it, I wish you can go back to it. I don't know if we can do that in time, but that's something I.
That was a situation where I threw the boomerang, but it didn't look like anything happened. So maybe maybe the boomerang was just out in the world having a good time.
Maybe it was.
It would be nice if there was a visual indicator of when I was ready to throw a boomerang.
We are working on animation, so we actually do have a wall and grab ledge animation working. The mechanics for it work, but we didn't put it in this branch of the game because I wanted to make sure everything else was working in this level. All right, so you came to the newest puzzle, and there's something here that no one has seen yet.
No, man. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Ooh, that's a bit mean.
They're known as ghost platforms. Can you guess why?
No, I cannot. Hey, wait a minute.
Okay. Oh. Nope. I mean, you could try again. Maybe you can get up there.
I mean, it seems like I can.
It seems like you can. Well, you can give it a try. And that's the great thing about in this level is you can choose almost any path that you find. And instead of us trying to force you to go a certain path, because in the very first level, the tutorial one, if anyone did see that, it was very linear, right? You only followed one path. You weren't really encouraged to go backwards or vertical.
Yeah.
Well, a little vertical. I would say diagonal, but but in level 1 and in level 2, and he's in level 2 right now, he is more encouraged to look around. He's encouraged more to check out stuff. Nope.
Now that looked like I just went straight through the platform.
That's a ghost platform.
But I landed on it before. Oh, I see. They fade in and out.
It's a tricky puzzle. So this one was built. We might change a couple of the timer on it, but it does work. I tested it out. It can be made. You just gotta think about it. I guess you gotta think about quick. And this puzzle was interesting because I had to figure out, okay, I have strategizers and I have jumpers. So the strategizer would need like a second or two more than the jumpers. Oh, almost.
So one thing I've noticed,
Oh.
the safest spot for me when I'm up there is in the tube.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm in the air, I don't get recharge on my tornadoes.
You don't.
So it's very difficult to, especially because it's so easy to just shoot a tornado out. It's very difficult for me to manage my tornadoes such that I can, because like as a player, okay, I know what I need to do.
Yes.
I need to use tornadoes to get into that, to get onto that, to get into that, to do that, to do that. It's an execution problem to actually do it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I mean? Like I'm on the first platform and it's an insta-kill if I screw it up. It's not.
Yeah. So we used to have, you can recharge in the air too. The problem was people would cheat and they had unlimited wind. So even though, and this is where, like I said, this one you're gonna probably have to calculate more. It looks like it's coming in. Oh, quickly.
I mean,
yeah.
You know, Mario has a. Ooh, almost had it. No. Mario has a similar thing with like the donut blocks that you touch and they fall. It's a pretty common like platformer trope.
Mm-hmm.
You might consider something like that because it's basically impossible for me, especially just. Oh, the system just hang up for a second.
Ah.
It's like I can't tell looking at that what percent faded in it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard for me to tell, and it doesn't even fade out all the way. It fades out partially and then fades back in.
Yeah. And it was just made by creative director Anton, so the mechanics work.
Yeah, but so what I want as a player is like in a way to be like, oh, okay, I know when this is going to come in full, or I know that when I hit it, that's going to start the timer for it to go away, so that I can then time based off my own jumps because I can't really, you know what I mean? Like if I look at that, I'm like, oh, that's 20%. Oh no, it's actually 0. Okay, now it's like 20%. Now if I start going, then I'll get up there, and it will be, well, who knows? Because it's gonna be, it's gonna take me a couple attempts to get up there, even, right?
Yeah, it will. Okay, so, all right, and for those that are just coming in, my name is Kelsey Coffman. I'm the host and the producer for Tornado Tower. Our guest speaker today is Sam Reha. He's the creative director and the producer for a 2D real-time strategy single-player game called Dictatorship that you can play online.
Yeah, I played online at dictatorshipgame.com.
Mm-hmm. All right, and what he's trying to attempt right now is that little white orbs, for those that don't know, those represent any of the collectibles that you find around the levels, and you have to collect them all to open the gate. So he is at one of the final puzzles. Oh boy. And this one is introduced one of the newest features called the Ghost Platform. The Ghost Platform will disappear and reappear, or in this case, it's transparent and then it becomes untransparent in a little bit. And he's trying to figure out the timer for it and trying to complete it. He almost did it last time.
Got close.
You're really close.
Oh.
If only. Oh. Very good. It's like.
Oh, there we go.
So I had to make it. So right now, how I timed it, would you like me to know? Would you like to know the seconds on it or no?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, so it used to be 2 seconds they reappear and disappear, and when I tried that out, I'm like, ooh, I don't think the strategizers are gonna like that because they're not gonna jump really quickly, and I figured people are gonna think. So I made it 3 seconds. But what we kind of would like is we want to make sure that the two platforms aren't doing the same thing, like they don't both transparent at the same time, and at the moment they are just because how we made them. So hopefully we can try to fix that timer so that way both platforms don't disappear. But it does work. I have tested a couple times this puzzle. It does work. It's just gets a little tricky.
Yeah, sure does. I don't think I'm gonna make it up here.
I believe in you.
I don't.
All right, I'll tell you when to go then. All right, so you get on up there. If you can get on there on the first platform, I'll tell you when to go. Hopefully. Woo! Nope. There's
like if you had it like fade out all the way, then at least I could tell if it was standable or not.
Yeah.
Because is it the case that if it's ever not fully faded in, that I can't stand on it?
If it's yes.
So if there's
right
any
now,
amount of opacity, then well, no, because I'm standing on it right now, and there's some opacity.
yeah. So I think it has to completely. I don't know if you noticed, but when you're at its level, the side of it kind of looked like it disappeared completely when you're on it.
I did not notice. Because that's like, I really have no way of telling, just as a player, like what the threshold on that is to when it's safe.
And go.
Okay.
Okay, well, don't go. That's the hard. The ghost, so at first I didn't put ghost platforms in, but I'm like, well, then it might be a little too simple for this level, because level 1's going to have its own puzzles, and they have their own challenges. And so, but like I said, this one, the ghost platforms we're testing out on their timers to make sure they're going to go off correct.
Okay.
And, well, no.
Nope. Apparently not.
Apparently not.
Okay, should I move on to a next level or something?
Well, this is the last level, but you can go back.
Sure,
Like.
yeah.
You can go to the menu if you want, and then restart.
Okay, cool.
It's like right there.
So
there.
I don't know, is there a menu button then if I need to pull that up?
So if you go to the gate, you should be able to go to the menu.
Oh, okay. The gate, that's like way yonder.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, this is, I think, a really cool puzzle, but it's maybe not in...
I like how I go up with you. I can't see it, but it's... I'll fake like I'm looking at it. Alright, you didn't complete your circle.
Darn. Okay.
I would try it, but I don't want to take away the thing from you.
I mean, I'm getting a bit of a headache in this thing, so if you want to jump in, keep the stream going.
All right.
We'll have to do a little bit of...
I will try this puzzle, but go ahead and go to the exit.
Okay.
And I'll go and turn it off. And all right, normally I don't do this, but I really want you all to see this puzzle with the natural wind, because natural wind was introduced in the tutorial, and we didn't put it in the other levels yet.
All right. Oh, this is a cool little menu system.
Mhm.
All right.
How you feel?
Ooh, my eyes need a break. But I really like a lot of the stuff in here, so this is really fun.
All right.
I apologize, I have kind of sweaty palms, so these might be a little gross.
It's okay. No problemo. Okay, go ahead and put the image up, and I'll play that puzzle in a little bit, but we are a little sweaty. And yeah, that happens in VR.
It's a little warm.
You get sweaty.
Yeah, it traps all the heat.
If I put if I put a fan in here, I'm afraid like it might come over the mic and stuff. That's why the fans are pretty loud here. Anyways, okay. So how are your impressions so far? Because you haven't played Tornado Tower since its early productions almost 4 months ago.
Yeah.
I think you played it in early January.
Something like that.
Yeah,
it was like it had to have been January. Yeah. So yeah, it's come super far.
All right.
I'm really digging like the look of the character. I'm really digging the wind mechanic. I'm really digging, like, you guys have like leaned into the things that make this different from other platformers in a really good way, right? Like, I really like the wind and looking around the level. Like those are just super fun, right? And it's like, it's super good to take advantage of that. So.
All right. So normally I would never do this, but I really want you all to see the puzzle, and I'm gonna jump in really quickly to level 1, and you guys are gonna watch me do this ghost platform. It does get a little tricky, so I'm not gonna change the timer yet, but we're still working on the timer. But it's really cool, and I'm not gonna collect all the orbs because I want to make sure Sam talks about his game at the end of the stream. So let's me get started. And if any of you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask. By all means, we always like to take opinions. So for our audience, how do you feel about Tornado Tower so far, and what do you think about the puzzles and the look? Is there anything that you wish you could do or see in the game right now? Go ahead and comment on our chat room, and Sam and I will talk about it in a little bit. All right, gotta load this up. I go through so many buttons. You guys don't see what I'm doing back here. You kind of saw a little bit earlier, but like I have to go through a lot of stuff. Also gotta make sure. I always have to make sure you guys see the game and not the editor of the game. Okay. And Alright, you're gonna have to hand me the controllers though. Okay,
Alright.
here I go.
Alright, here's right hand controller.
Alright,
Oh, you're gonna have to adjust that so small.
You have a bigger head than me, alright?
Yeah.
It's not my fault. I think it's my fault. Well, maybe it is. I have a little head. Okay.
Here's number right. Here's left.
Alright. Let's see. Fastest route. Woo! Checkpoint! Okay, so when people play the game, I can't hear the music they're doing, so whenever I hear this song, I always want to bob my head to it, but I can't because if I keep bobbing, everyone might get sick online and see the screen shake back and forth. Alright. Yes. Okay, so when we used to have unlimited win, I used to have a lot of, I mean, I still have fun playing it, but I had fun because I would try and see how much flight I can do, how far can I go up, and people used to do that too. Some people would cheat, I noticed. See, Sam? See how I did that? You don't die. Okay.
Oh yeah, no surprise, the developer at this game can do perfect play.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. That's actually true. Actually, no, I have died. If you look at one of the videos I do. Okay. Let me make sure I count this. And come on. Come on. Oh. Almost. See, it's tricky for me too. I didn't want to change the timer to 2 seconds, but my favorite part about this puzzle is actually when you get to take the natural wind tunnel down. Okay. This thing gets a little tricky. Come on. There it is. Come on, come on, come on. Come in. Yes! Ta-da!
You did it.
Alright, and then you get your last collectible. Okay, well, it's my first collectible. But we're going to assume if Sam got his last collectible, he would take the route up here. You can also do it over here if you want. I didn't test that route because I didn't know if the natural wind here, if you see my wind spirit hovering over it, could accidentally mess with it. So this is my favorite part. See the cool wind? Alright, so I'm going to jump down it. Woo! That's my favorite part. It's really fun to see it. And I kind of wish you got to play that because I wanted to see how you felt. I want to make sure you weren't feeling sick when that happens. Whoa! Oh! Whew. Almost died there. I was going to pull a Sam. I was going to... Okay, I'm sorry, Sam. Alright, so... Yeah, the gate's not open because I didn't collect most of them. Alright. Controller on the table. Alright, and that was our puzzle.
Alright.
Yay! Alright, let me go and escape. Oh my gosh, you guys see the editor. Woo, so what'd you think of that puzzle?
I think there's really something, because I mean, it's a classic platform trope
Yeah.
of like the appearing, disappearing platform. I think you throw it on a little bit heavy.
Yeah.
If this is like, okay, this is my first time encountering a ghost platform,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I want to encounter it in a safe manner, just to get used to the concept and maybe start to get a sense of the rhythm of how it fades in and fades out and what the thresholds are for like when can I step on it safely and when can I not.
It's pretty smart. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's like you build up to a really awesome thing where you're chaining together like wind, go through a tunnel, land on platform, wind, go through a tunnel, and then it's like, you know, you build up to those really awesome like sequences like that, and then you know that's something where you can put like a really huge payoff for the player at the top of it. I guess you guys only have like the one style of collectible, but
Yeah, because you're right. The ghost platforms they're only introduced in the puzzle. So if they were introduced earlier in the level, and possibly they might be introduced in level 1, that's still in consideration. Because there's another type of platform I think is going to be in level 1 though, and not level 2. But yeah, since I was just focusing on the puzzle, introducing ghost platforms would be easier. And if you guys want to chip in too, like, that's kind of cool. Audience, I don't know if you guys want to, unless you're all shy, what did you think about the ghost platform and stuff? I guess, well, overall, like, did you like that? It's different from a regular platform, at least. It's
Yeah,
brings a
and that's
nice
something
feature.
that like it's something that I think when everything gets going together and you have the bamboo traps and you have wind puzzles and you have ghost platforms and you have this other secret platform type that you alluded to,
There is.
then you can have these like really awesome elaborate levels that are just like mind-blowingly cool and so it's definitely like definitely really cool.
All right. Well, I'm glad you like it. And there actually are secret levels being
Mm.
designed. So there are two different ones I'm developing right. Well, not developing. I'm designing them. If I might be able to have time to develop them. And one is where you have to use your wind and boomerang and strategize how to kill those eyeballs, those eyeball enemies. And there'll be a lot of them. So those are for the players that just want to shoot and kill things with their enemies. Now you can. And then the other one is a wind maze, where you have
Ooh.
natural wind,
Mhm.
and you don't know, and you have three different paths. You don't know which path is the correct one, so you have to go fly through the wind. And that one you just have fun. So those are still being designed, and I don't know if they'll actually be in the final development of the game, but there's always DLCs for the summer. Just remember that.
All right.
All right, and for those coming in, once again, this is Sam Reha, creative director
Hello.
and the producer for Dictatorship, a 2D single player turn-based game.
It sure is, yeah.
I do try. And I'm the host and producer of Dictatorship, the game that you guys just saw. Now we're gonna go in the last few minutes talk about Sam's game. Are you ready to explain what Dictatorship with an exclamation mark?
With an exclamation
With
mark.
an exclamation mark is all about.
Yeah, sure. So
Okay, let me get do. All right. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
I'm ready too. Boom.
All right, there's our logo, our beautiful
Mhm.
logo.
So tell a little bit about what is Dictatorship.
Sure. So Dictatorship is sort of it's sort of SimCity by way of anti-fascism. So the idea is it's a game where you have to take on the role of a dictator, and you're trying to run your country, and you're sort of trying to simultaneously exploit the working class, but also exploit like kind of the upper levels of society. So you want to keep like the rich people loyal to you, and you want to keep the working class under control. And the idea is it's sort of to give you an idea of like what are the actual mechanisms at play in a real dictatorship. Why does it matter to a dictator to try and suppress people? Why does it matter for them to try and spend money to like buy friendship and loyalty with people?
You gotta buy loyalty with them?
Oh, absolutely, right?
Yeah.
So we're taking a lot of cues from this book called The Dictator's Handbook by Manuel de Mesquita, Bruce Bueno de Mesquita, I think that's his name, and Alistair Smith wrote it. And it's just trying to kind of better equip people to like understand these systems that that are at play and affect the lives of millions of people across the world. So
I know. Are you a dick when you play though?
Ah!
I had to say it.
Well, that's a really good question because it's a big thing of like.
Because that's hard for me. Like it's hard for me to play as a bad person in games if I'm given the choice. Can you actually play as a good person?
You can, and part of the point is to show you why that's so difficult. So one of the things is if you try and be really nice and say like, okay, I'm going to be completely meritocratic. I'm not going to give my friends gifts just because they're my friends. I'm going to treat the people of my country fairly and give them good lives, like let them lead happy, free lives. What will probably happen is you'll find yourself with very little political support and very little control over the populace. And there's always going to be some people who are unhappy with you, even if you're a very good leader, right?
I feel like that's real life right now.
It's a little bit real life.
It's real life with everything. Yeah.
And so even if you're a really well-intentioned ruler, and this is something that happens in real life, it's something we capture in the game, is like you put, if you are in a country that's functions as a dictatorship and you don't have these sort of democratic processes, it's really, really hard to be a good leader. And this is a shot of gameplay, so you can see these blue bars, or the blue and red bar up at top, are the sort of individual freedom of your working class, and then how unhappy they are. And you can see as they start to get free and unhappy at the same time, bad things happen. So this is actually riots start occurring. So you can see I can't really point at the screen, but I kind of want to. But down in the corner with that little...
Nope, you can't see my mouse.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, you can see like there's a little riot going on in the corner where some people in a slum have decided that they're unhappy with you, so they're going to go start tearing stuff up. And yeah.
So yeah, so I like how it's tile based though. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And there's different colors of the grass. Doesn't mean anything different, right? But it's just for looks.
Oh yeah, that's just for looks.
It's just for looks. All right, so let's look at something else that I know you kind of have. Is he actually has a little bit of concept art? So here's one.
Yeah. So this was.
So this is your old logos you guys are thinking about.
Yeah, we were trying to play out different kind of ideas because it's hard. We have this issue of tone, right? Which is like. We want people to know going in that this is a game about being the dictator, but it isn't like, rah, let's go be the dictator. So we were like, okay, how do we come up with something that shows that like this is a slightly different twist on it, maybe something that helps explain that hey, it's kind of like SimCity but turned on its head. Yeah. And so we played around with different ideas of like having the map or having just a portrait, and then we ended up with something totally out of left field, which was this idea of like, it's a raised fist, but then it's set against this sort of tattered national emblem. And so we looked at sort of Soviet and Korean and Chinese propaganda, and there's kind of these like recurring elements of like military power but also agricultural industrial power. And so we were like, let's do something like that, but then make it look like really worn down, like it got abandoned and it's seen better days. I
know this is one of your other concept art. Is this a it's a girl, obviously. Unless you never know, it could be a guy, but I think it's a girl.
So yeah, this is my single favorite piece of concept art that doesn't actually show up in the game at all. But the idea is that this was like a sketch of just like a random woman living in this country, so probably in the middle class or the working class, and she kind of has this smile on her face, but she also like has this look about her of like, oh, things aren't going right. And we kind of...
She's a little smile.
Like, but it's like she's trying, you know what I mean? Like she's trying to put on a happy face. At least that's how I always read it, and so...
I saw the SNL skit with the Russian leader. Anyways, I better not get into that.
No, it's
Saturday Night Live, but anyway, it kind of reminds me of that. But okay, so she never came in it, but you do...
No. All right, this ended up being like an important. It sort of set the tone of like, oh, this is the tone we want to hit, even if we don't actually have this nice lady in there.
Well, she looks very lovely.
She is cute, isn't she?
She is very lovely. Yes, I actually have real pictures of different portraits because do you get to like, can I just write Kelsey as Dictator Kelsey?
That's.
Can you write your own name, or are you just known as Dictator in the game?
Yeah, you're referred to as the Grand Leader.
The leader.
so yeah, we kind of wanted. I mean, maybe putting a name in would be cool because we wanted to avoid ever like showing you the dictator or referring to the dictator as like a he or a she, because you want the player, like whoever they are, to just be able to take on that role, right? The whole point of the game is taking on the role of someone who is ostensibly a bad person and makes bad decisions and does bad things. So we tried to, like, other than referring to them as the Grand Leader, we tried to like back away anything that might identify the player character.
Yeah.
But maybe putting the name in is like it makes it a little more personal.
It does. It always makes it personal. Like, oh, I think I did try and play your game the other day. So I'm gonna play a little bit of, and for those that probably didn't come in, please tell me if you can hear this or not. But I'm gonna play Tornado Towers. Boss level song that we just got from our composer Ryan. I'm gonna say Ryan P. I'm really bad at last names. If everyone knew about Anton, I call him Stardub. It's actually Stardub. Sorry, Anton.
Is it not pronounced Stardub?
It's not.
Oh my god.
Oh, see, he didn't know either. Okay, so you guys tell me if you can hear this, and if there's any echo, please tell me. Yes, this is one of the newest soundtrack that came. So every level in the entire game of Tornado Tower will have a soundtrack, and there's even a start menu music. So this one was inspired by an anime. So Matthew Kelly, our lead designer, is our lead audio person.
Also the composer on Dictatorship.
Yeah, he's composer there, but he has another composer who's inspired by an anime by There's some good ones out Just kidding. Okay. So I thought the internet news was a little different today. So there was probably some songs and but I'm really glad everyone come out to see and sing and stuff. Yeah. So I know next week, again on next Friday at 7 p.m. Don't forget to follow me on Tomato Tower on Twitter at Tomato Tower. Don't forget to follow us starting on our YouTube channel, Twitch, and also on Facebook. And also don't forget to follow Dictatorship here. You go to our Facebook page and you'll find Twitch's Facebook page is equal to ours. We also post Twitch channel where we'll be playing in your next Twitch stream is at 5 p.m. next Friday. Correct? Alright, so if you guys are interested in this game, you can click on one of your friends view who are hosting. You can click on his and follow him as well on his team. Ooh, and you're a two-person team.
Yeah, we're just a little we're a duo, a pair.
Yeah, so it's a lot because I was a two-person team on Seance last year, and I'm not going to go in Seance and yeah, the deal ghost it did and lots of illusions and technology.
Seance was
It was pretty cool, and maybe next time we can do that. But let's answer a couple of questions. Sure. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me turn that down. Is that a little? Okay, so is that a little bit better? Sorry if I say this is wrong. Akiga, you said too loud, so hopefully that sounds a bit better. Alright, maybe that's too low. I don't know. Hopefully you guys can hear us now. But if you can't hear the music, please tell me. And it's almost done, so I thought you guys would like to hear the boss battle. Okay. It's loud still? Aw. Well, alright. Is that a little better? Hank the Tank 661? Alright, he or she says good. Hank the Tank.
Don't want to misgender Hank the Tank.
I don't want to misgender, I apologize. Alright, so it's already at 8 o'clock. That should be the end of our Twitch stream. Don't forget, 7 p.m. we'll show Tomato Tower and all its new updates. Once again, this game has been in development only for 4 months. And for a virtual reality game, even in third person, it's quite difficult. So I'm really happy that everyone can join us today. Alright, I think Agihirgo said that's good. Alright. And I hope to see everyone again. So until then, thank you so much, Sanrea, for coming on tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Alright, and we're glad to have you. Until then, Tornado Fanos, you have a fantastic night, and I'll see you next Friday. Bye!
Bye!